Good morning. Good Saturday to you. This is Clint Andrews, Heroes and Kings. I think it's day 5 or day 6. I'm counting the days, but for the most part, I'm not going to be counting the days figuratively. I may count them literally because this is just something I'm committing myself to do. It's kind of like one of those things where you kind of get comfortable, and coming back from this trip, hanging out with Mace, hanging out with Rena, and hanging out with Micah this summer, it's kind of a thing of like I kind of got comfortable again. And so getting up early in the morning, yeah, I'm on my air bike, turn it around, so I can't hold the handles and ride at the same time. But the beauty about this little piece of equipment is you can pedal, and then as soon as you get your arms into it, hey, it's the intensity is on you. So today I'm gonna be cutting some grass. Later on, cut the grass, landscape the yard. So I'm not gonna do the treadmill, but I am gonna do the roar. Do this, and back behind me, I got the station set up. So I'm gonna do me some pull-ups and some push-ups versus what you guys didn't know is I'm doing cardio in the morning, working, training folks throughout the day, dealing with the apparel company. Then in the evening, I'm lifting weights. So if I don't lift weights, I'll do calisthenics. I know what my weight training program consists of, what works for me. But if I miss the opportunity to touch some steel, I'll do some calisthenics. So, and it's actually something I've known, but hanging out with Mason, he's kind of showed me like an efficient way of doing it and what the results will be. And so we're putting that into play. And I want to give a quick shout out to 2 people. Trip Lope, did an interview, I think we did with Nate Weeks for Melanin People Productions. It helped me a whole bunch. And sometimes you go and speak, or I get asked to go speak before the pandemic to participate in panels and so on and so forth. And just before we did that kind of a podcast presentation, I had already said I don't want to go in scripted. So that right there formed the foundation of how I can go anywhere and just speak on topics I know and maybe dab into some topics I don't know just by all the reading I've done. So that big shout out to Triplo. He's like a lost brother from another. So shout out to him. And every now and then, my good brother Alan Clark, Southeast San Diego, he about that training. Even more than that, he about being a great dad and a great father. So he always, for whatever reason, he don't even know it, he'll say something with a kind of a title or just a phrase, and it'll stick in my head. You know, he was training a lot of young guys out there in Northern California, and his kids, you know, some of the kids he was playing football, and he says something. I say, hey, bro, that right there is a nice little phrase. You need to put that on a shirt and do something with it. And so I don't steal ideas from other folks. When other folks got great ideas, I tell them how they can use that and put themselves on. So, and I sent them a DM and told them, you know, bro, you need to do something with that. But yesterday posted up some stuff about, just got the release on our Heroes and Kings Adidas hats. Got some more stuff coming as well. Hope y'all go out and pick some of that stuff up. Your first order, use Kings. It's a discount. And once I see your name in the list, once my VA see your name in the list, and they tell me about everybody who's ordering something, if I recognize the name, there's little things we go in and do within the store. So you never know when you may receive something in the mail from me, especially when I know you. And even when I don't, but when I really know, when I know you, you know, like Terry Robinson, Dwayne Henson, Marcus Coney, You know, a lot of folks I know, hey, you'll get a surprise in the mail from Heroes and Kings just thanking y'all for the support. But he said something yesterday, and it actually tied to Triple Oak. Triple Oak was in the hip hop game. You know, a lot of the old school guys. You probably know some of the new school ones as well. And he is a friend of the DOC. And I remember when the DOC came out, 1988, 1989, just after Marcus got married, and just as I was getting ready to head over here to Morehouse. And yesterday posted up something about Mason and his training. The pictures don't tell the story of the detail of how great a shape my son is in right now. You know, we play with the filters and the photos because he really don't like taking photos, but that's something we working on the back end, because he's done something naturally what a lot of folks do using artificial stuff. But really the main thing is his mental mindset about training. But it's a formula. And Alan Clark said that. And my son got that formula. I have that formula as a personal trainer, health behavior specialist, functional trainer, and I just got my certification for nutrition. I know what the formula is. I know what the formula is for the human body to get itself back on track, slow that clock down, and whatever the world throws at you, you're ready for it. However, the main piece of that formula is your mindset. And like I said before, I can look in your eyes when you say you're ready to tighten up and when you're not, and look in your eyes and the conversation. Because if you tell me what you're doing in your personal life, as far as your habits and your patterns, I can tell if you can transition that into your health. And you should want to do it, but most folks mentally are not ready. So I'm going to be working on, I'm looking at my distance. I'm at 4,100 kilometers now. But I'm going to be working on something called the formula. And it's kind of universal, but it's not. But it's literally everything from Jack LaLanne all the way up to now. And if you're trying to get right, trying to dominate, trying to be in control of you versus the world controlling you, especially physically and mentally, I'm gonna have that formula. So this is Glenn Andrews. Y'all have a fantastic Saturday. Get over to heroesandkings.world. Also, I own heroesandkings.com, and that was intentional. But when me and Elijah was putting this together, and I was coming with all my ideas and all my experiences and what this whole platform and brand was about, you know, we went ahead and bought .com, but all these other extensions were there, and we saw .world, and we said, you know what? We ain't just trying to do the United States. I wish there would have been a .earth, because we'd have said heroesandkings.earth. So this is Glenn Andrews, heroesandkings.world, and that's Kings with a Z on the end. Hey, you guys go support. The VAs let me see your names come through there. Once you're on the list, you never know when you're going to get something from me. This is Glenn Andrews. Have a great Saturday. Heroes and Kings, signing out.